entrepreneurship is incredibly rewarding. It may not be for everybody, but it's certainly worth trying out for anybody.
Entrepreneurship is a very fancy word for small business. And so Mesa County is very entrepreneurial in that we've got a number, almost every business that's here started here. And they think of themselves as small business owners, but actually they're entrepreneurs.
The thing that I like best about being my own boss is scheduling. So I have 2 small children and I like to do some volunteer work. And so as a small business owner, I have flexibility, but I also have a lot of responsibility.
I started fairly young. Right out of college, I jumped into a corporate gig for about 5 or 6 years. And really enjoyed it and learned a lot of great skills that I was then able to take into entrepreneurship.
We're a number of programs under one roof, totally focused on helping entrepreneurs and small businesses find their success or test their business model or do whatever they need to do. And we work with businesses that are brand new, starting, working on their business model, to existing businesses that have been around for 30 years to help them transition out and sell their business.
If you're thinking of starting your own small business, it doesn't hurt to work for a year or 2 for somebody else, because your first experience of starting a business, if you have at least some work experience to see how someone else has done it, you can learn a lot from that before you step in and start to try things, because once you start and it's your own money, mistakes can be expensive sometimes, so it's good to learn from other people's mistakes first.
Co-working is kind of the next new interesting thing. It's not a new concept. There's been shared use office space around for a very long time, but in the last probably 3 to 5 years, and especially with the advent of proximity space and factory in Grand Junction, they took it to a new level where it's a cultural change. And so people who work remotely or gig economy workers have a place to work with fast internet, but they also have a community. And that community may be silly things like free coffee and free beer, or just meetups and networking. So it gives them a place to work, be part of something, but also run their business independently.
Factory is a shared workspace, and it's really designed around lowering the barrier to entry for people who want to have office space. People often work out of their homes or out of coffee shops, and we wanted to create a place where they could go and get work done, where it's conducive to that, where there's no blenders making frappuccinos, and it's easy to concentrate, and also where you'll meet people who might actually help you in business.
For me, Factory is great because when you walk in the door every morning, you see, smiling faces to say hi to. There's a bit of a community here.
If you're 15 years old and you have a really cool idea, whether it's making teas in the kitchen or 3D printing something, we can help put the bookends on how to run that business and what it looks like and run the traps for us.
I think the thing I never understood about entrepreneurship before I became an entrepreneur is that it's really hard, but it's also really rewarding. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of failure, but I heard it recently said that a success is a failure who just tried one more time. And I think that's maybe the biggest thing. Also, make sure you pay your taxes.